welcome to this third and final video reviewing the features of the Casio GM-110EARTH-1 watch. In this one I wanted to go through the different modes. So we've just looked at standard timekeeping and also adjusted the time and time zone and all that. If you hit mode, then first you're in stopwatch mode. And you can see that everything is zeroed out. If I hit D, that starts the count, and you can see also that there's a visualization at the top of the screen of the progression. And if I want to stop it, I hit D again. And if I want to reset it to 0, then I hit A for adjust. And actually I was just noticing, and this is something that I should mention, it's pretty cool. The dial on the left actually is counting the seconds as well, so that's kind of a cool visual feature. So not only do you have the visualization at the top, but also here on the left side. And when you hit D to stop and then you hit A to reset it, then it spins back to the top. That's pretty cool. All right, so that's reason enough to use the stopwatch even if you weren't planning to. You can just have fun watching that. And if you hit mode again, then you are in countdown timer mode. It looks like the default it has set is 5 minutes, which you can see at the bottom there. You can always adjust the amount of time that you want to count down. Let's say you want to change it to an hour instead. If you just want to hold in adjust, or the A button, and now the 0 for the hours is flashing, and I can hit forward, the D button, to change that to 1 hour. And then if I hit mode, then it flashes the minutes instead, and I can use the reverse button or B button to reduce that from 5 to 0. So now I have it set for a 1 hour countdown, and I can hit A to secure that. So now I am ready with a 1 hour countdown timer, and I can hit D to start that and begin the countdown. So now I'm at 59 and 55 seconds, 54, 53, etc. And just like with the stopwatch, as well as the seconds in the timekeeping mode, we have a visualization at the top of the time progressing. And if we then want to stop it, we could, or pause it, we could hit D. And if we wanted to reset it to the original amount of time, we could hit A. So now it's back to an hour if we wanted to start over. Now I'll hit mode, and we're in world time mode. And the world time is currently set to UTC, or Coordinated Universal Time. And I'm good with that. That's how I'd like to leave it. But if I wanted to change it, I could just hit D to move eastward, or B, the top right button, to move. Well, actually, it looks like that just activates the light again. So that's something to note. In world time mode, the B button still functions as a light. So if I want to return to Coordinated Universal Time, I'll have to go all the way back around using D, I believe. So that's no big deal. I'll just hold it in so that it goes more quickly. That's one little trick. If you don't know that, you can just accelerate through. And now we're back to UTC. So no big deal there. And you can see that it shows the current time, and that is accurate, 5 hours ahead of where I am, 9:50 p.m. And now I will hit mode again. And now we're in alarm mode, and you can see that first it shows alarm 1, If I wanted to instead adjust alarm 2, I would just hit the D button or forward button. Alarm 3 for the snooze alarm that goes off repeatedly, and then the time signal, which you can have to go off hourly, something like that, with a signal if you want that. And if you have any of those activated, then it will appear on the screen with a little indicator just to show you that they are turned on. That's typical for Casio watches, that there are little indicators on any kind of digital screen to show you whether an alarm or a signal has been turned on. So if I wanted to set, for example, alarm 1, so I return to that using the D button, then I would just hold in the adjust button. And so doing that turned the alarm on, and I could change the time for the alarm. Like, let's say I want to set it, instead of midnight, the default, I wanted to set it to noon. And then I would hit A, and now it's saved. So we have an alarm on for noon. And if I were to return to standard timekeeping mode, you can see that at the very bottom of the lower digital screen there is ALM to show that an alarm has been turned on. I'm just turning the watch in hopes that at one of those angles you can see that, even though it's sort of the negative display with the blue background, difficult to read in this light, and I apologize for that. But I do have to say that the screens look pretty cool. I like the blue background. It's unique. Even though it is still pretty difficult to read unless you're looking for the proper angle, it's really neat to look at. The whole watch is really fantastic aesthetically. So if I wanted to turn that alarm off, then I would just go back to the alarm mode by hitting mode, I guess 4 times. And so we're on alarm 1, and I could just simply tap A, and that toggles the alarm off. That's all I need to do. So even though it's still set for noon, it won't go off because it has been deactivated. And it would work the same way for any of the other alarms. Again, you toggle through those, cycle through those using the D button, alarm 2, 3, 4, snooze, and signal. Any of those that you want to set, you would just hold in A and then start setting them, and then tap A to finish up and return to standard timekeeping mode, and then you're ready to go. So I'm going to hit mode and return to timekeeping mode. So that's all for this review of the Casio GM-110EARTH-1 watch. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you again in future reviews.